お時間になりましたので、午後のプログラムを再開いたします。ここからは世界の都市、地域の皆様と共に、オーガニックを軸とした地域産業、観光、食の未来を考える国際セッションです。翻訳機のご準備はよろしいでしょうか。そして、この国際セッションのファシリテーターをお務めいただくのは、iForm アジアの副理事長や iForm ワールドの世界理事を歴任、現在は木更津市オーガニックなまちづくり推進アドバイザーを務める三好聡子様です。どうぞ皆さん拍手でお迎えください。
ランチは美味しかったでしょうか。オーガニックで地元の、方たちにオーガニックの素材で作っていただいたお弁当でしたので、楽しんでいただけたらなと思います。で、これからのセッションは今、高校生の方たちが言ってくださったんですが、英語になりますので、もしこのレシーバーをお持ちでない方は、上のスタッフの方に言ってください。皆さん大丈夫でしょうか。So we'd like to start. We're so honored to have you, Sanchez, Mayor Sanchez, from Oceanside City. And KISARAZU City and Oceanside City has been the sister city for 35 years. And a wonderful student went to visit your place. So she's going to give us some keynote speech today. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished mayors, city leaders, and fellow advocates for sustainable communities. It is an honor to be here in KISARAZU, our cherished sister city, celebrating 35 years of a wonderful partnership, and to share Oceanside's sustainability journey with this inspiring gathering of global leaders. A few months ago, I stood at Oceanside City Hall with KISARAZU Vice Mayor Sashiko Tanaka, School Superintendent Masahiro Hirobe, and KISARAZU students, and learned so much about KISARAZU. So I'm especially thrilled to be here today to share about Oceanside, which is San Diego County, state of California. The bond between Oceanside and KISARAZU run deeper than our sister city designation. Both of our cities are blessed and challenged by our dynamic coastlines. We share the Pacific Ocean, the responsibility of protecting precious marine ecosystems, and the commitment to building communities that will thrive for generations. Today I want to share how Oceanside is transforming commitment into action. Sustainability is no longer an option for our city governance. It's the foundation of responsible leadership. In Oceanside, we've learned that sustainability and prosperity are not opposing forces. They are interdependent. Our Pure Water Oceanside project, for instance, created a drought-proof water source that provides over 30% of our city's supply, reducing reliance on imported water and strengthening resilience to climate change. We also formalized our commitment by hiring a dedicated sustainability program administrator to execute our climate action plan. This plan sets ambitious targets to divert waste from landfills, strengthen our local water supply, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Oceanside has already significantly reduced its greenhouse gas emissions through a variety of means, including methane cogeneration, streetlight retrofitting, solar installation at numerous municipal facilities, solid waste diversion, and energy efficiency retrofitting in municipal buildings, and the city's Green Oceanside community education programs. By giving sustainability institutional weight, we affirm that without a healthy environment, nothing else endures. In 2024, Oceanside launched a comprehensive energy efficiency initiative with Optera and Energy Services. The project includes infrastructure upgrades at city facilities such as solar generation, LED lighting, and modernizing heating and cooling units with smart controls and energy storage. The project is expected to save taxpayers $26 million over 30 years while sharply cutting emissions. What makes it better is its community outreach component built into the agreement. STEM summer camps, donated STEM books, and workforce internships and public art initiatives all connect residents to sustainability through the project. The best sustainability policy means little without community buy-in. In Oceanside, we focus on engagement and trying to make sustainable choices easy. Our Zero Waste Schools initiative was implemented across all 23 Oceanside schools. It boosted recycling from 10% to 70% in one semester. They are now at 100%. Students now lead waste audits and teach peers about sustainability, bringing those lessons home and shaping a new culture of responsibility. Schools also partner with city restaurants. They have gardens in the elementary schools, and so they provide vegetables for the restaurants for a farm to table or garden to table experience. In Oceanside, tourism is the lifeblood of our economy. Through a sustainable tourism master plan developed by our tourism agency, which is called Visit Oceanside, we aligned tourism with environmental goals. This 10-year plan rests on 4 pillars: environmental quality, residents' well-being, economic vitality, and visitor experience. We also support agritourism as a tool to preserve farmland, and also the farm-to-table movement, such as our wineries. The city partnered with Visit Oceanside and Kind Traveler to accept donations for dune restoration from sustainability-minded travelers. Oceanside's beach resorts are modeled after this philosophy, like Mission Pacific Hotel's water conservation program and local sourcing at its Michelin-starred restaurant, Via. Oceanside's marine debris reduction ordinance banned polystyrene and single-use plastic bags. Instead of mandating change alone, we partnered with local organizations such as Main Street Oceanside and the Chamber of Commerce to educate businesses and support compliance. The result? Businesses became advocates, proving that clear expectations and collaboration can drive progress. Strategic partnerships really do magnify results. The Green Oceanside Kitchen is a standout example of a public-private partnership. This state-of-the-art food recovery facility, built by the city, allows its nonprofit operator, called One Kitchen Collaborative, to process surplus produce from local farms into nutritious meals, while offering workshops on food storage and composting. Paired with the nearby El Corazon compost facility, which turns green waste from homes into free compost and mulch for residents, this circular system keeps more organic materials out of landfills. We also reimagined food culture through our partnership with Produce Good. This nonprofit organization collects excess fruit from residents' backyards and redirects it to food banks and the One Kitchen Collaborative to transform it into preserves and meals for food insecure neighbors. It's a simple, elegant cycle: less waste, more nourishment, and stronger community bonds. Pure Water Oceanside is San Diego County's first advanced water purification project. Born out of drought conditions and wanting to ensure affordable support for our future generations, it was both technically complex and publicly sensitive to construct. Earning the public's trust, however, required transparency, facility tours, educational materials, and open meetings residents understand the science. Not one person ever said they did not want it to happen. At $70 million, it was a major investment, but one that proved both financially prudent and environmentally essential. Today, it delivers 3 to 5 million gallons of high-quality drinking water daily. Our goal is to provide 50% of our water. That includes our groundwater from our aquifer. Oceanside's growth reflects a balance of innovation and stewardship. A couple of examples include Genentech's $450 million biotechnology expansion that integrates modular, energy-efficient design. The Scripps Medical Center Jefferson, our largest outpatient facility in Oceanside, is another recent development project that uses solar arrays and natural light to conserve energy and enhance patients' well-being. When cities emphasize sustainable development, companies follow suit. Coastal cities like ours stand on the front lines of climate change. We are both witnesses and defenders of the ocean's health. Oceanside's unique Rebeach project redefines coastal resilience. Through an international design competition, we selected a concept which will create 2 headlands and an artificial reef to stabilize beach sand and protect our shoreline. Beaches are habitat, so sustaining dry sandy beaches serves many purposes, including enabling free public spaces to recreate in a natural setting while creating wildlife habitat. This project combines science, recreation, and community engagement, which we hope will serve as a model for other coastal regions. The project is in the design phase, and we can't wait for the results to follow. As sister cities, Oceanside and KISARAZU share both challenges and opportunities. We both envision deeper collaboration, knowledge exchanges between sustainability staff, joint research on coastal resilience, and youth education partnerships. We hope our relationship can continue to grow beyond the ceremonies to become rooted in shared learning and action. Distinguished colleagues, sustainability is not optional. It is our duty. The ocean doesn't recognize political boundaries, and neither should our resolve. Cities must lead where nations hesitate. Through projects like Pure Water Oceanside, Green Oceanside Kitchen, Rebeach, and our many public-private partnerships, we can show that environmental responsibility and economic vitality thrive together. The ocean that connects us also sustains us. Let's ensure that future generations inherit coastlines as vibrant and life-giving as those we enjoy today. Together, we can lead the way. Our latest success is the Fisherman's Market at the Oceanside Harbor. Every Sunday, Oceanside residents, visitors, and residents within our region can enjoy fresh fish right off the boats. Featuring local sustainability chefs who teach how to use every part of the fish with 0 waste, and yet produce food that is truly culinary art. I congratulate Mayor Watanabe on his vision of Organic City and for bringing all of us together from all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Esther. It's really good to see how we have the connection through the Bay Area and the sustainability between 2 cities, and thank you so much. So now where I am going to invite some speakers, and after their presentation, we will have the panel discussion. So now I'd like to invite Marie Louise, counselor from the Royal Danish Embassy. So my old colleague, Paul Hornbeck from the World Board of iPhone, he's from Danish, and he has been working with her, and she's really passionate for the sustainability for the agriculture and the food system. And she is one of the founders. She really pushed for the organic restaurant certification in Denmark, and Denmark is known as the sustainability leader in the world. So thank you for coming. Very happy to have you here and host you.
Thank you very much. こんにちは。ご招待いただきありがとうございます。I'm very happy to be here today and being announced in this way as being Paul Holmbeck's old colleague or old friend. I have been working within agriculture and food for 30 years, and among those 30 years, it has very much been with a focus on organic production and organic food. And now I'm posted in Tokyo as a Minister Counselor for Food, Agriculture and Fisheries. I've been here for 1.5 years, but I have also been having same function in China for almost 7 years. To give you a short introduction to Danish organic food production, first of all, it started many years ago. It started back in 1973, where we actually had the first organic policy. We had our first National Association of the Organic Agriculture was founded in 1982, and later we had in 1987 we were actually the first country to have an organic law, and then we had the Organic Denmark organization established, and also further on we had the organic label. This is a red label you see with the crown in the middle. It's actually a Danish letter. It's called ③, and so the crown symbolizes that it's state controlled. And later in 91, the EU passed their legislation on organic, and we also had the EU label in 1995. Since then, we have obviously had many policy measures, and today the ruling policy initiative from the Danish Minister of Agriculture, Food and Fisheries is back from 2023, which actually says that before 2030 we have to double the area of organic, we have to double the production of organic, and we want to double the research as well. So, as we say, we're still going strong with the organic label. So last year was the 35th anniversary of the organic label in Denmark. This actually means that the label is 100% recognized by Danish people. And it, of course, what it means is that it is state controlled, which is a very unique thing we find globally, because normally organic products are privately controlled. This is a state control label. And as everywhere else, it also means that there are no artificial sweeteners, fewer additives, and lesser use of pesticides, with a focus on animal welfare as well, and also that we have traceability and regular controls. The reason why we call ourselves a leading organic country is because we have the globally the largest consumption in the world, with nearly 12% of all organic products purchased in supermarkets, etc., being organic. This is a very high percentage, but obviously it also comes with different products are differently bought. But before going to looking into what products we're buying, a new initiative which we launched back in 2019 is in 2009 actually, is the organic cuisine label. And the organic cuisine label has actually, in the beginning it was not that popular, but since the public kitchens actually took on board to use the organic cuisine label, it became more popular. The organic cuisine label means that when you eat out, you can sort of see how much organic products are used in this kitchen, in this restaurant. So the restaurants, they can have either bronze, silver, or gold label. So if they have a gold label, it's nearly 100% organic. If it's silver label, it's between 60 and 90% organic. And then if it's bronze label, it's between 30 and 60. And this label is used both by private restaurants, but also by state canteens and kindergartens, hospitals, etc. When we see how it has been growing, you can see that it was growing. It's a bit stagnation right now. This is basically during COVID. We also had a bit of a backdrop, but we still think that it will be increasing forwardly. Looking at the products which are consumed organically, it's obviously the staple food, very much in Denmark, potatoes, oatmeal, milk, vegetables, things like that is very much produced and consumed organic. And then we have the middle categories where it's more processed food like marmalades and cheese. And then we have the more expensive organic food, which is like more like sausage or poultry and pork. So obviously, when you look at how the organic consumption develops, we call it the organic stairs, where people start with eating or consuming organic food as staple food, like the cheaper variations, where the price difference is very little. So, for example, if you buy a liter of organic milk in Denmark, it's basically the same price as a conventional milk. So people tend to, of course, take the organic milk if the price is the same. So where the price differences increase, then the less organic is sold. And this is what the organic stairs are showing here. So, how did the implementation of organic food become so successful in Denmark? And so first of all, we have a public-private partnership. So we have a very close collaboration between the government of Denmark, but also the private companies and also the organizations organizing the companies and the producers. That is the main driver for developing the Danish organic label. Then it's of course a question of creating initiatives for the farmers, and one initiative which is very clear is to have a financial compensation for producing organic instead of conventional. Then obviously it's also a question of political support. And here we see that different political initiatives can support the organic production and consumption. For example, we recently introduced the animal welfare label, and in order to get the animal welfare label, you have to, if you have 3 hearts there, it's 100% organic. So it goes hand in hand with the organic policies. And then it is also to connect to people's emotions, which I can show you a few examples of now. So one example is that every year we have the organic day. This is a day where the organic cows are led out to the fields. It becomes very popular, very visible for people to see the difference in conventional and organic production. Another way is to have these advertisements where people communicate, where the advertisements communicate directly to people, to their feelings, to their everyday lives. Finally, I would just like to mention that in August, we had a very, very nice visit of the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries from Japan. So we had a delegation of 14 officials from the ministry, also from Hokkaido government, and NARO and JETRO. And so for an entire week, we made a visit program where we visited the different governmental institutes, but also agencies and organizations, and also, of course, producers, organic producers, so within pork and within dairy, and obviously also visited some of these organic restaurants. It was a very, very nice visit, and I think the visitors, they had a good impression of what the Danish organic is. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Marie. It's really good to know how the people ahead of us, for example, the price differences is known, especially in the milk in Danish. And I'm happy to hear that Minister of Agriculture is learning from Denmark. We had a very ambitious goal by 2050. So maybe later I will ask her again about what would be the advice for us to grow the organic market in Japan. Thank you so much. Next speaker will be from Portugal, Mayor Almundo from Ganianova. So he is one of the mayor who started the eco-region, organic region, the organic district in Europe. And that is, so yes, last year he hosted the international conference for the organic district in the world. And the mayor of KISARAZU has invited, and also today now we have a mayor from Kameoka City, from Kyoto. He was invited to the third organic international conference of the organic district in China, held in China. So it's a big linkage between us, and he's going to talk about that, his city. Thank you.
Hello, thank you very much for the invitation, the mayor, Watanabe, to stay here in Kisarazu, in Japan. And I'm going to talk about our municipality and our strategy to develop our region. Idanha it's located at the center of Oporto, Lisboa, Madrid. We have 1,416 square kilometers, only 8,000 people, and 6 inhabitants per square kilometers. But we have 2.3 times bigger Madrid, but only has 8,000 inhabitants, and Museu Rainha Sofia Madrid have 10,000 visitors per day. Well, what's the problem in our case? We lost 70% of our population to the urban cities. And in Portugal, like in the world, a little in the world, but in Portugal it has negative idea about the rural world. And this is very negative to accelerate the desertification of the soils, and the forest fires. It's tragical in our case in Portugal. Well, this is a problem or opportunity. In our case, we reject the idea that rural life is just a term for isolation, and we decided to work in these perceptions and create a brand of Idanha to prepare our future. That's why our idea, the idea is to create a strategy to attract people looking for a new way of life in a rural location, close to nature, but still innovative and modern. And our objective with this brand is to create a strong and impactful brand, be a reference in the rural world and impact the local economy. And this strategy, the name is Restart, a place where everyone can aspire to start over thanks to the countryside. And we create 4 programs. One is to create the first green Silicon Valley in the world. The second is Idania Live. Idania Live is to create the quality of life to the people in the education, in health, in security, in culture, in activity, social activities in Idania. And Idania Try, it's our program to invite the people to try Idania. Like everybody stay here, invite you to try Idania Nova. And Idania Made In, it's our program to go to the world with our ideas, policies, products, to promote Idania Nova. First, we chose our classifications like UNESCO territory. We create the first UNESCO Geopark in Portugal, the first creative city of music UNESCO in Portugal, UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, and the first ecoregion in Portugal in the international network born in Italy and now in the world with the GAU Association. This first Portuguese ecoregion since Idania Nova, it's the first Portuguese ecoregion since 2018, and our objective is to improve the health and quality of life in our populations, maximize the environmental awareness while preserving ecosystems, to promote, protect and disseminate the organic productions met in agriculture, valuing indigenous resources, provide alternative for the farmers and entrepreneurs, increase information on organic productions in the community, and raise awareness of the importance of biological and in health and helping impacted populations to environmental problems, and mobilize the community to adopt responsible and sustainable behaviors. With all the players in our community, and to have a participatory process with all the community. For us, the most important to implement these strategies work with the education, our school. That's why with a diverse cultural programming involving the community in education and to promote many activities. In our case, different activities promote along of the year. With themed children's books and our bio-canteens involving not only the students, the fathers, the professors, all the community. And in our bio-canteens we have many events along of the year. Many chefs, cookers come to promote the organic production in our bio-canteens. In this moment, our bio-canteens is silver, and in the next month, the idea is gold canteens, introducing more 19% in all along of the year organic products. In our case, we make the collaborations in the traditional with innovating culture with the people, but we make many investment in the organic transformations too, and many investment too in knowledge and in investigation, and in the promotion with our partners, all the partners and all the community in different affairs in the world and in different events, and to promote the eco restaurants, the bio restaurants, the bio hotels, the bio events, markets, and we promote two different activities in culture, in festivals, eco festivals, introducing the organic food. In the last weekend, we make the first event in Europe classified gold because they're introducing more 19% in organic products. In different festivals, come people from the world, involving the children in our culture, in the music, because our creative city of UNESCO is in music. That's why it's very important to introduce these activities and to promote our crafts, involving every time the community, the traditional activities and songs and culture, orchestras, international chorus, and traditional events and festivals, thematic festivals in organic products and other products we have, and different events about the organic activities, like the first and the second World Meeting of Ecoregions Forum, and to promote these activities in the same time our historical and cultural heritage and patrimony, and our accommodations and museums in our village and castles and archaeological park. Our culture with the Eastern in Idania is very old because it has a very strong culture, Roman, Visigoth, Islamic, Templar culture, 2,000 years of our history in culture. And we created a brand, Portugal Organic, to promote our policy, our products, our events in the world. And in this moment we have a new project. They come from the world to integrate in our strategy, like biome space. This is a house, don't need water, don't need energy. This house produces all the water that he needs and all the energy he needs. And in this moment we have different awards from the world about our projects, and in 2023 we have selected the best bio-district in Europe. In 2022 it is selected in Italy and Summerland in Sweden. Now we have approved a project to the investors in the world, come to Portugal, come to Idania to invest in our cultural activities. They have a golden visa residence to the family for 5 years. And in this moment we promote these activities to the investors in the world. They come to Idania Nova. And in the final we have two very interesting projects in the European program, NURBACT, to disseminate this good practice to all the another countries in Europe. One in this strategy, restart strategy, and another in biocanteens with 6 countries in Europe. For us, it's very important, this network. For me, it's very interesting to know this network in Japan, with 150 cities work at organic production, and I think it's very important to work together in this very important network we have in the world with Gulf, with different associations in different parts of the world, involving in every time the local governments and compromise with this government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Mito. The last picture was when Mayor went to iPhone 50th anniversary, as at the beginning the president of iPhone was talking about, and also the last year the conference of eco-region and bio-district in Portugal and his city. Thank you. So I'd like to invite Selwyn from Philippines. He's provincial administrator from Aklan province. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Music. Good afternoon, everyone. To the host, the people of KISARAZU City, and fellow advocates for a greener economy, it is an honor to be with you. I am Atty. Selwyn Ibarreta, the Provincial Administrator of the Province of Aklan in the Philippines. And on behalf of our Governor, Honorable Jose Enrique Miraflores, I am here to share our strategy for making sustainability the engine of our regional development as we look towards the next 10 years. First off, the province of Aklan is located in the center of the Philippines, the western side, with 17 municipalities. And mostly it is an agricultural province, and also the tourism destination with the island of Boracay, where it is situated. That is the 17 municipalities in Aklan. We view sustainability not as a set of regulations, but as a core economic strategy that enhances value and drives development. By committing to making every industry, making every industry from tourism to agriculture sustainable, we achieve a powerful trinity of benefits. First, we have the enhanced value and market competitiveness. We are moving beyond basic compliance and embracing market leadership. Products and services that are certified as sustainable, organic, or ethically sourced inherently command a premium in the global marketplace. This commitment enhances the global appeal and value of the Aklanon brand, especially among conscious consumers and investors. Next, we have the economic resilience. Protecting our ecosystems, our clean water, fertile soil, and vibrant marine life is non-negotiable. These are the natural capital upon which our economy is built, ensuring our long-term resilience against climate change and market volatility. Then we have the inclusive growth. Sustainability ensures that economic benefits are broadly shared, creating stable, dignified livelihoods that empower our local communities. And likewise, we have the online payment system for Boracay and innovation for regulated tourism activities. Aklan's successful sustainable models, concrete action regulated and certified growth. We have tangible models of success that illustrates this commitment. First off, the sustainable tourism, the Boracay Katiklan model. If you could recall, if you are aware, sometime in 2018, the then President Duterte declared the island of Boracay as successful and ordered for its closure to all, including tourism activities as well as the businesses itself, for its rehabilitation. And from then, he created the Boracay Interagency Task Force consisting of the local government of the province of Aklan as well as the municipality of Malay together with the national agencies to perform the rehabilitation of the island of Boracay for 1 year. But pandemic came. But still, the rehabilitation was pursued. And in 2022, after the term of the then President, the Boracay Interagency Task Force ceased to exist. Then, the local government of the province of Aklan, as well as the municipality of Balay, continued the efforts of the Interagency Task Force and created the Boracay Katiklan Sustainable Development Council, headed by these two local government units, together with the same national agencies, to sustain and to continue the fruits of the rehabilitation of the island of Boracay. So the story of Boracay's 2018 rehabilitation is well known. It was a painful but necessary recalibration. From this event, the Boracay Katiklan Sustainable Development Council was born. The critical lesson here is the role of local leadership. The council initially spearheaded by the Environmental Management Bureau was later transferred and institutionalized under the Provincial Local Government Unit of Aklan and the Municipal Local Government Unit of Malay. This ensured that long-term policy enforcement, including strict regulations on carrying capacity, solid waste, and water quality, is locally owned, driven, and perpetually sustained. This model demonstrates how a crisis can be transformed into a blueprint for regulated, high-value, sustainable tourism. Likewise, we have that sustainable food production. Our focus on food security and organic farming is concentrated at the Aklan Provincial Agri-Aqua Demonstration Farm and Training Center in Calibo, Aklan. This center is the nexus of our agricultural innovation. This 13-hectare facility is officially a certified Agri-Aqua Learning Site for Agriculture recognized by the Department of Agriculture, Agricultural Training Institute of the Republic of the Philippines. Its functions go beyond farming. It serves as a practicum area for farmers and students, offering practical hands-on training in modern agri-aqua technologies, advisory services, and technology demonstrations. We have also the Aklan Grain Center. This facility stabilizes local prices by providing fair value purchases and crucial milling and drying services directly to our palay or unhashed rice farmers, shortening the value chain and directly boosting their income. Likewise, the rice hulls generated in this milling are being converted into organic fertilizers that are brought back to support our farmers. Then we have this experimental and cultural richness, high-value experimental offerings. Aklan is not just Boracay alone. Crucially, we are balancing regulated tourism with the strategic development of high-value experiential offerings that celebrate our local cultures and environment. Our goal is to ensure that sustainability and profitability are two sides of the same coin. We have the Aklan Local Tourism Circuit. This is our critical strategy for economic dispersal. By developing and promoting circuits focused on ecotourism, cultural immersion, and mangrove exploration in our mainland municipalities, we effectively diversify visitor flow and distribute the economic impact of tourism across the province and promote a balanced growth trajectory for Aklan. Next, we have this Pinya Handloom UNESCO Inscribed Heritage. We are dedicated to the preservation and promotion of this ancient high-value craft, recognized as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. Pinya weaving uses delicate fibers from the native pineapple plant to produce the queen of Philippine textiles. This heritage provides a perfect, low-impact, high-value economic anchor, empowering local artisans and offering tourists a unique, luxurious, and authentic cultural experience that transcends beach tourism. As what I'm wearing now, this is made of pinya fiber from our very own Aklan weaving products. These combined efforts create deeper engagement and provide richer, more equitable income opportunities for all Aklanis. Transformation and governance, navigating the path forward, investment and innovations. We may have those accolades, but we also face challenges. Challenges as strategic investments, the transformation of Aklan's traditional industries into sustainable enterprises requires a strategic and proactive approach to two core obstacles: the green capital mobilization. This is the challenge of financing the transition. It involves securing the initial capital investment required for crucial green infrastructure. Example, major funding needed to help farmers shift from chemical-intensive conventional farming to certified organic practices, and the capital required to build advanced facilities like waste-to-energy systems necessary for regulated tourism. Next is overcoming inertia, resistance to change. This is more on the attitude to changes. This is the behavioral and policy challenge. It involves tackling the deep-seated resistance from industries that are focused primarily on short-term profits. Example, for conventional agriculture, the challenge is proving to farmers that the initial difficulty of adopting new sustainable methods will ultimately lead to long-term financial gain, making environmental health synonymous with profitability. The province of Aklan frames these challenges not as roadblocks, but as points that require strategic and proactive investments and robust policy to overcome. Then the opportunities of value multipliers. These challenges create equally potent opportunities that serves as accelerators for our growth. The global environmental, social, and governance finance, the next generation innovation, and the premium market access. And the role of the local government is for regulatory certainty, enabling in the infrastructures, and incentivization and partnership. The community and stakeholders engagement, fostering shared ownership stakeholder engagement. For institutionalized participation, make the sustainable choice profitable, education and capacity building, and partnership and knowledge exchange. As a conclusion, Aklan's commitment towards the next 10 years, Aklan's journey from rehabilitating a global destination to empowering our farmers through organic centers is proof that environmental stewardship and economic growth are two sides of the same coin. As we look towards the next 10 years, Aklan Province is committed to being a beacon of this integrated growth model in Southeast Asia. We look forward to continued collaboration with partners like you to ensure a green, prosperous, and sustainable future for our people and the world. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Selwyn. So I'd like to move on to the panel discussion. For the time streams, I will shorten our panel discussion, but please join us. And thank you all for the presentation. And it's really nice to see how we have a common goals and very strong political will. And we have all challenging for the sustainability. And this panel discussion, though it's short, I like to discuss how the sustainability and organic practice is creating, as you said, that it's creating and enhancing the development of the city with quality of life of everybody living. So, if you have any comments on that or any idea or thought?
Well, first of all, I want to say that this morning's sessions were extremely inspiring and really re-energizing because we've had some challenges. We have farmers in Oceanside that have been farming for several generations, and this generation doesn't want to farm. And so our task is to try to move it forward and not rezone, which is what the families would like to do, right? Because to try to get more, do more housing, when in fact we have those goals already planned for. So for me, it is about first ensuring something like agritourism. All of the things that we talked about this morning are just really reimagining and recommitting to the health really of our communities, starting with the children who they already say we need to save the planet. They already know that. So it's showing them how to do that. With the community gardens that they do on the schools, they're learning about hydroponics, and they're learning about, well, we can pair with the restaurant, and then that's a farm-to-table kind of a experience. That is, it's a movement. So I think everything that was said this morning are ideas that we can, fight for. It is about leadership. Exactly. There are, we've had those political fights, but now it really is about the health and safety of our generations.
Thank you. Maybe I can ask Marie a little bit about, so as I said, Denmark seems like we're ahead, but from the beginning, I'm sure it was very difficult to convince people or, talk to people, communicate with people to support organic. And as you presented, now it's almost 13% of the market is organic, and it's amazing. And how, from your experience, how did you communicate with people? How, your presentation or the empathy for the consumers, but how did you do it?
Well, I think it's still very difficult. But the beginning was obviously more difficult than it is right now. But it's quite interesting because everybody wants more sustainability. Everybody wants more organic food, but nobody's really willing to pay for it. So that's a schism we sort of see. So all the Danish consumers, they want the farmers to be more sustainable, but in order to be more sustainable, it's more expensive to produce. And then when the food becomes more expensive, then they opt for the conventional. So actually, I think, there are different approaches, but obviously one approach is trying to convince consumers, the inhabitants about the good thing about organics, the good thing about sustainability, and the good thing about paying for it. But it's also a question of actually promoting it from the government side. And we have seen the real increase in organic consumption. It comes from the government policies. It's the government who has to go forward. So actually also what we see from this morning's presentations, so it's very much when the public institutions, when the ministries, when the kindergartens, when the public schools, when they start serving organic food, because people want organic food, then the organic consumption actually increases. So that's very important, I think.
Thank you. It's interesting, and that's how we kind of following up. We have our Ministry of Agriculture here, and how the Mayor Armindo said, introduced about the award of biodistrict or organic cities in EU. And I think it's a wonderful idea. Maybe our government should do it. Maybe in the award. Now we have 150 organic villages. Maybe we should award some of the best organic villages. Maybe, but from your experience, from the ecoregion and biodistrict in Europe, how do you work with those other countries at national level and country level to promote organic?
In our case, we make it the first biodistrict in Idanha Nova, and we worked with the local people, but too with the government, national government. It's very important. It's very important has the support of the national policy and the local policy. And in the beginning, we don't have many participation, but after we make a very events and work with the agriculture, with the different associations we have in Idanha and in the region, in the national associations too. And now we have many people. In this moment we have in Portugal 10 biodistricts, and it's very important create a scale, create a more biodistricts, more production, and because in the beginning the people talk about the costs of the production of our products, and because the consumers to buy these products, it's the cost it's not cheap, but it's necessary to talk about the health. When we eat organic products, it's best to our health and the health of the planet, the soils, the water, the landscape. This is the geodiversity, and it's good to the health of the biodiversity. In the final, the costs it's in our health. It's not it's very good for us, and in this moment in Idanha we have 60% of our agriculture it's organic. For us it's a big opportunity to develop it. That's why I think it's very important. In Japan, for example, you have 150 cities. It's wonderful, and it's necessary to develop this in the school in the first time, because for us it's very interesting. Our example in our biocanteens. In the beginning, the biocanteens we don't have more children to eat the organic food, but we worked with the families. We introducing the music in our biocanteen. We introducing cookers go to the biocanteens. Many things to talk with the children, to the families, to the professors. And now everybody wants to go to the biocanteens, because at this moment our biocanteens is not only to eat, it's a cultural space to make different activities.
Thank you. Yeah, cultural and art and visioning revitalization is very important. Maybe Selwyn, you can talk a little bit about your place is very famous for the tourism, and you're creating the value together with the tourism industry. And
Yes, for now, for the tourism aspect, the food that are the high value crops that being served in the island of Boracay is coming from other provinces, and we do hope that the province will be self-sufficient on this by having our greenhouses, and it is the plan of the governor that there shall be greenhouses in every municipality to sustain the demand of high-value crops for the island of Boracay, for our tourists in the island of Boracay.
very nice. I think you have a similar experience in your cities.
Yes, in terms of agritourism, and we now have wineries. So you could be surfing one day and on a farm the next day. It's really nice for agritourism.
We
But
can
it
follow
is,
you.
it is something, the state has an agency that's called the Coastal Commission that actually has jurisdiction over some of the coast. And those farmers are trying to make it sustainable. So they're trying to push for agritourism, which means doing a little bit of infrastructure to be able to support that.
Do you think, maybe from Mayor Mindo too, do you think that being the more sustainable place that attracting more people, or what would you say?
In our case, we lost 70% of our population. But now we have more children, for example, in more schools, more people, they come from the world. For example, this project, Biome Space, it's a project from investors come from France to make this project the factory in Italia, because they need to have relations with the origin. In our case, we have more investment, more implement more tourism, more quality of life, and that's why we have good statistics in this market.
The pace, that's maybe Marie can talk. We can talk the often sustainability cost more. You know, if you do more sustainable way, it costs more, but maybe that will be the investment if you see that return. And how would you argue? Or I like to see people are convinced that our way of doing organic and doing sustainability is really the investment for the future. And would you bring up some discussion or convince us?
Well, of course, it is investing for the future, and it's not necessarily for the personal health, but for the global, for the world health. And so I also believe that even though we're maybe not marketing Denmark as an agritourism place, the sustainable way of life, the organic way of life, is definitely one of the things which people come to experience in Denmark. And so it is something which is a selling point, and it's something which is basically, I would say, it's growing within people. So it's something we all want, and it's something we all want to strive. We want it for ourselves, we want it for our children.
Did you add something? That's, I think, for example, Japan is developed, and when they developed, they didn't think of sustainability yet. But now the world is concerning sustainability, and now your country is developing. How do you see that?
Yes, and but for that, we're so thankful that we were invited in this forum, so that I will relay this to the good governor, and we will propagate more on the organic organic farming, so, and for the future also of our children. So only that, well, as we all know, the Philippines is not that rich as the other countries around here, but on our own, the good governor is making both ends meet just to serve our people.
Wonderful to see.
I want to say to final one thing. We worked in our project One Health, One Planet. It's very important this, because we are what we eat, and the best medicine is our food. That's why in Italia we work with life expectancy 114 years. A long life with quality of life. It's our strategy.
Maybe I can add the quality of work. For example, I heard from the Denmark that when they turn the organic canteen for the public procurement, the worker at the kitchen return, like they get back their pride to work as a chef, not preparing, fixing the food. I'm gonna add something for that.
That's very true. So when the chefs at the organic canteens work with the organic food, they get the more pride of working with it. Also because they put more value into the products they're working with. So obviously, so even though maybe the organic products are more expensive, the food waste is basically zero because you cannot afford wasting organic food.
The whole approach of organic kind of makes sense for the sustainability. Do you want to add something, the mayor?
Well, in Oceanside, we are experiencing basically a renaissance in terms of our culinary arts. There's never been this kind of opportunity for Oceanside residents who have dreamt about running a restaurant and doing something forward-thinking. And so we do have some chefs who are doing that, doing organic, and basically teaching classes and how to use the whole, all of what the vegetables are in different ways and how they can taste differently, even like vegan style. The chicken and waffles I thought was chicken and waffles, but it wasn't. It was vegan. And this is something that I think is a trend that is never going to change. It's going to go, I think, up versus anywhere else. So it's those culinary arts. It's the vision, their vision that is really pushing, for example, Oceanside moving forward. And so it's supporting them. You know, as private citizens, as other businesses. And in Oceanside, it's small enough, it's 178,000 people, but everybody knows everybody else in terms of the culinary arts, and they all support each other. And you know, up to the point of even what I talked about was the latest thing. We have farmers markets. We have them every Thursday, the morning. Your farmers markets from all the local farms and the flowers and all that. In the evening, it includes artisans and everybody supports each other in terms of moving forward on that organic, kind of vegan.
Yeah, it sounds
Future.
very California, but also very organic. And that's at a morning session, we talk about how people connect and how we work together and by seeing the same goal. And that's very in the organic way. That's the organic connection.
Yeah, and whoever thought it would be ocean to table, right?
Nice, yes. We need to talk about
And that certainly can be done here.
that. And you also by the ocean and the beautiful ocean you have, and you have any comments on the agriculture and also the fisheries?
Well, this is a very welcome proposal, which should be relayed properly to our governor. And we're thankful for that, Mayor.
Thank you. Yeah.
And also, please visit the island of Boracay,
I heard it's
world
beautiful.
famous beach destination.
Thank you. Why not? I have lots of questions coming, but because of the time, maybe I can take one question from the floor. If somebody is ready to have a question in English. Not in Japanese, it's okay, but if anybody have any question, one question. No? Okay, then I know time is too short, but I give it to the final round. Or if you have any advice for Japanese villages, which is booming now, how to support people, or there are many mayors here. So.
I don't know if you have farmers markets, but they seem to really bring people together, and they get very excited about what local farmers are doing, and it just brings closeness and support. So we have one of the larger farmers markets in North San Diego County, and people come. It's our visitors, tourists, who enjoy it, as well as the locals. And sometimes it's kind of a hard thing to have to find something that both like. Definitely the farmers market. But I think that everything that I heard from Mayor Watanabe was wonderful. I think he's doing a great job.
Thank you. That reminds me, Mayor Sanji saying, organic is not input intensive, but knowledge intensive. And by knowing farmers, by knowing what you eat, where they come from, it's really learning process. And I remember I went to university in
Storytelling is very powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, and you have passion and you're proud what you are because you know what you eat. That's wonderful. Any advice from Marie?
Well, I think what I heard this morning about the organic villages is very original. And as I also said about the organic school canteens, kindergartens, workplaces, I think if people get used to having organic when they go out, they also want organic when they come home. So that will definitely increase it.
Great, thank you.
Well, I think it's very important in our case in Portugal. Now we work to implement a market in internet, a marketplace to promote to the consumers directly to buy the producers, and in this marketplace they need to develop the market with the professionals, the restaurants, hotels, and the shops, and the markets. They need to the consumers and the professionals buy more, not expensive, and the producers has more rentability. It's important to work together. I'm developing in our strategy in every time networks. It's very important as a network in all the country and all the peace networks it has in Europe and in the world. Our network out. I think it's very important to collaborate in different countries in this network in the world.
If I can add, one of the things that we seem to do in Oceanside and also the city of Carlsbad right next to us is the farmers tend to be family farms from generations, and one of the things that they offer is like you pick strawberries, and boy, they are the best strawberries that you'll ever taste right off the vines. So that kind of seems to inspire people, and also to have a few activities for the kids to have fun, and then here you are having the best, whatever it is, of that farm.
It's interesting. Maybe last but not least, some comment or advice?
Comment or advice? Well, as far as advice is concerned, well, our organic farming for now is just a small portion of it. Only the provincial government is practicing as of now. But with what we've learned here from now, I think it's about time that we will have it, the propagation of the program, not only within the provincial government employees and within that agri-aqua farm, demonstration farm, but we have to cascade it to our local government units.
The demonstration farm, yes, great. Well, I'd like to continue, but the time is in. So thank you so much. Tusen tak and muy obrigado. Thank you so much. And 皆さん、登壇者の皆さんに大きな拍手を。
海外ゲストの皆さん、三好さん、どうもありがとうございました。国を越えて地域の力がつながる時代へ、オーガニックを軸に文化と産業が表明していく姿が見えてきました。世界の街と木更津が共に歩む未来を感じる時間でした。